Your Excellencies, honorable guests, it is my great privilege to open today's event entitled Poland's Support for Ukraine. In Europe, it was and it is Britain and Poland who are the leaders and who have been the leaders of supporting Ukraine. Why? Because Britain understands how important peace is on our continent. And Poland understands Russia. We have incredible speakers today. We will hear from journalists, we'll hear from politicians, we'll hear from experts, we'll hear from the military. And all these perspectives are enormously important. When the 24th of February happened and Ukraine was invaded, brutally, illegally invaded by Russia, it was Poland that opened its doors to the refugees. The country didn't have to do that. We know many conflicts around the world where the refugees were just cramped up around the border. Some refugee camps were made for them, and they were truly suffering. But Poland opened its hearts and opened its homes to the Ukrainians. Many powers, many countries were hesitating. What's going to happen? Is Ukraine going to fall in 3 days or 3 weeks? They were hesitating to send the heavy military equipment. Some countries said, why should we send them tanks? It's unnecessary, they will lose. But Poland met European leaders. Poland met Joseph Biden and said, we need to send them equipment quickly, as soon as possible. Every moment is vital. So the tanks were sent, and many countries joined. Then there was a question of the aircrafts. People said, maybe it's an escalation to send jets for Ukraine to save themselves. But it was Poland who said, we need to help them as soon as possible, and championed a coalition of the willing. And then the jets were sent. There may be some disagreements today, as you may read on the news, between Poland and Ukraine, which happens. Neighbors have disagreements. Poland stands for the interests of its agricultural sectors, of its truckers and various other sectors. So does Ukraine. Ukraine also has to protect and stand for these sectors of the Ukrainian economy, which is in grave danger. That's why it is so important that the leaders of Poland and the leaders of Ukraine and all the allies show statesmanship, show courage, show maturity, show leadership. Because every day, every moment, innocents in Ukraine are still dying. And events like that are enormously important to build a dialogue, to build communication, and find the best way how to end this conflict with a Ukrainian victory.